Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channeled message for the collective. We're just going to jump right in and get started. We have the Antique deck, the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards, the Fairy Oracles, the Black Moon Astrology. We have some letters and numbers. We've got charms and Witch's Rune. So before we get started, I just want to say hi and welcome to all the new subscribers. I'm so happy to have you on board with us. It's really been exciting and wonderful to watch this channel grow. Okay, so let's see. We'll start with the rune. We have a different one today. It's called Flight. Flight is a sociable rune, often associated with the colors. Hold on, gotta flip. White and light blue. Some of its meanings could be movement, communication, the spread of information, traveling, cause and effect, methods of travel, planes, cars, boats, etc., social media, networking, talking and word of mouth, and the news. So let's see. I'm curious to see how that's going to kind of play into this reading. All right, we're going to start with the Fairy Oracles. Now, there may be some cards in here that I'm going to have to flip or sort of censor. But I really love this deck and I love the energy, so I kind of wanted to share that with all of you. Okay, Spirit, what do you have? Okay, so we have the Master Maker. Okay. The Master Maker is the top energy. I really feel like whoever you are, I hear reinventing yourself. So you may be really doing the work, making yourself feel more confident. Perhaps you're doing something with your looks, but I feel like it all really comes down to you just standing in your power and following your path. And then we have, oh, that gnome. So I kind of feel like, let's see, one more. Yeah, it's like a grounded but playful energy. I feel like that's kind of the way you're approaching things in this life. So it's like grounded, but yet still malleable enough to sort of bend and turn with everything that's kind of going on in your life. It's like taking everything with a grain of salt and just running with it. Again, I hear gung-ho, so I don't know who's moving forward very quickly. We have the Piper. You could be leading others or teaching others with this Piper here. Let's see. I heard both this and that are true, and both this and that. It's like it's good and it's bad. Maybe this has something to do with perspective. Perhaps somebody is looking in on your life and kind of trying to say something along the lines of, you should be doing it this way. I hear just so they could put their 2 cents in, but I don't really feel like you're really very bothered by it, or I guess you're just, again, I hear taking it with a grain of salt. So somebody may think they know better than you about the direction you should go in or how you should proceed forward. But I feel like you're doing a really great job. I mean, you're standing in this Master Maker energy, so you're really making your life into something you love, which is the way it should be. We have Tate and the Sylph here, so I kind of feel like this has something to do with a past experience. It could be that you have had others in the past, or you've allowed them in the past to sort of dictate to you where you should go and how you should move. But I feel like, I don't know, I hear this is the new me. So I kind of feel like I almost hear you're standing up for yourself. So this reading is for someone who is just now coming into standing in their power. And really, I hear enjoying the path now, because it's like we're not taking anything too seriously, but you know, because we know things are changeable. We know things are going to happen that we can't always control, so we're just learning to move and bend with these things. And I hear it's a really exciting balancing act. So I feel like this is all quite new to you. So you may have just come of age and now you're sort of making your own decisions, what school you want to go to, or where you want to live, or how you want to run your life. And it may be vastly different from those I hear who think they know better than you. So it could be family members, could be friends, could be older. Um, I hear the elders, so in the family or friend group. But I feel like you're doing really well, and maybe that's why they want to kind of say something. I almost get like a feeling of, I don't want to say jealousy, but I kind of want to say jealousy. We have the sage, but I think you kind of see that already, that I feel like you're very keen, keen eye, I hear. So you kind of see through a lot of the BS, right? It's Fire of the Waters. I feel like emotionally you're feeling strong. Oh, wow. Okay, lots to say. Topsy-turvets, but it was in reverse. I feel like perhaps in the past your emotions were, I don't want to say unstable, but maybe were perceived in that way. But I feel like you're very stable emotionally. I feel like you're just a deep feeler. I kind of feel like maybe that was being perceived as you not being able to make really big decisions in your life, or a sense of being incapable of doing so. But I feel like it's not that you're overly emotional, you're regular emotional, and I feel like you're very much in control of the ups and downs of that. Yeah, because we have the topsy-turvets in reverse, so everything's kind of the way it should be, really. So, okay, Maiden. We have a brand new beginning. Maybe that's where you're heading. I feel like this could be the start of a new journey, or just the start of a new era is what I'm hearing in your life. So, yeah, I don't know. You could be going out more. You could actually have just done like, I hear like a 180, and I don't know. I feel like you just woke up different. You woke up wanting to express yourself your way. You wanted to follow your own path, figure out your own purpose. Again, I hear coming of age, so this could be for someone who's just, turned 18, if you're here in the States. The fairy godmother. Yeah, I kind of feel like you want to make your own wishes come true. You want to follow your own ideas of what looks like a beautiful life for you. Perhaps it's something you had to actually practice saying to yourself so you could communicate that clearly. I hear they don't understand me. Again, I hear you're meant to stand out and not to sort of fit in. I'm seeing the little tiger from the charm. So, sometimes we're meant to stand out. We're meant to really, I hear, cause a stir. So maybe you're meant to cause a stir. Maybe you're meant to show people that, they can follow their dreams and they can make it happen. And they don't have to do, I hear, everything by the book. So I don't know who wrote this book. It could be a family member who feels like, their ways are tried and true. So, if you don't follow that, you might not get where you're going. I don't know that they're necessarily trying to be overbearing in some way, but I guess they're just worried about you. They want you to make good decisions for yourself. Let's see. Spirit dancer. Yeah, you can't be bothered. You hear them, you understand what they're saying. I don't believe that they actually understand what you're saying, but I feel like you're moving in your own direction. And it's like, again, I hear devil may care. It's like, I'm just going to do it. And you're going to have to, I hear, jump on deck with me, because this is how I'm moving. Yeah, you're getting your priorities in line. You're choosing what you want to put on, up front and central, and what you want to put on the back burner in your life. Perhaps you were going to school for something, and maybe it was something you were following in the footsteps of whoever, but it doesn't suit you. And maybe you just turned around and said, you know what? I want to do this instead of this. This feels right for me. And you may be like receiving a little backlash or coming up against some resistance, right? I feel like whatever it is you've chosen for yourself, I feel like you're going to be very, very successful. And I feel like whatever this actually is, the amount of effort that you have to put in would be significantly less than what someone else had to put in for their path. And therefore they assume that it's wrong because it's coming easy or it comes easy to you. Does that make sense? Gloom doom. Yeah, I kind of feel like they're just worried that everything's going to flop for you. They're just worried that you're not going to get what you're going for. I hear worry word. So I don't know if someone in your close knit is a worrier. Not a warrior, a worrier. So that could be an energy that's also kind of sitting on top of this. And we have Geo the slow. So kind of moving slower in this situation, or they're encouraging you to move slow and not race forward. But I feel like that's kind of where you are. That's what you're doing. If this isn't a job and it's a relationship or choosing a partner, so I am kind of hearing that we could flip it as well to that. They would be saying that this type of person that you're going for is not the type you should be looking at, or you shouldn't feel this way about this type of person. So they're kind of, I don't know, I hear judging without knowing. So just by what they can see. But you know different. I feel like you feel something different. This spirit dancer is kind of led by their heart and it's like everything all combined. It's your head, your heart, all kind of working in tandem to create beautiful clarity. And I feel like maybe that's just not the way they move. Maybe they're just strictly logic, looking for something that will just provide stability, not so much emotional fulfillment. So that's for those of you who are kind of, yeah, we've got this roar in reverse. So they kind of want you to really kind of slow down, and almost even stop and think before you kind of leap in. I don't feel that you're doing that though. I do feel like you're, yeah, we've got Sylvanius at the bottom here. So the mask, you put this mask on and you see with clarity. So I kind of feel like you really do see with clarity. And I feel like you're seeing, yeah, I feel like you're seeing what they can't see, which is what is working for you. So this is just kind of Spirit's confirmation. We've got Penelope Dreamweaver here. Spirit is giving you the okay to really create your dreams. Take them from your dreams and put them in reality and make them solid. And I hear nothing's going to stop me. So I feel like this is just your confirmation. Keep going. You're really on the right path. I feel like you already knew that, but just to hear it, I feel like is going to help again. Lace the Moon's daughter. Yeah, this is coming out on the other side of learning lessons and seeing with clarity now. Everything we learned through that dark time and walking through our lives. So you could come out on the other side of a rough situation where you were kind of living for other people, or you were following their footsteps, but it wasn't leading you in the direction that you felt was right for you. So I feel like that lesson was learned, and now you're moving in your own direction, and things are looking brighter. I feel like you're starting to glow. You're starting to feel like the best version of yourself. So let's pull this a little bit more. The Singer of Connections, right? I feel like, okay, I'm hearing two things. I'm hearing if this is a relationship, there is a soul tie and a soul connection here. You can put whatever label you want on there, like twin flame or high level soulmate, or whatever that is for you, the highest version of that is kind of what they're saying your connection is if you're feeling this with someone else, right? For those of you who are just kind of feeling this in your own self and using it to propel you forward, like this is your heart song or your soul song, and you're really being led by it, especially underneath with that piper. I feel like you could actually be encouraging others in their lives to kind of make choices like you do. I hear very logical, and then what seems to be very illogical or irrational moves and judgment calls, but really you're following your own inner compass. So I think you're kind of being an encouragement to those around you, or you will be, to show them that it is okay to step outside of the norm or what's tried and true to create that new path. I hear forge a new path. So that's for you if you're moving in a different direction than others would have chosen for you. Okay, we have Guardian at the gate, but it is in the reverse. So I feel like nothing is stopping you. Nothing is really standing in your way. I hear I've spoke my piece. So whoever you are, you've probably made it very clear that you're doing what you want to do now, not what everybody else wants you to do. Yeah, fears in reverse. I feel like maybe they tried to fill your head with fears, and I kind of hear worry word again. So it's like the person who was just worried, like I said, I don't feel like it was malicious in any way. I just feel like they're very nervous for you. I hear wet behind the ears, so they feel like maybe a little naive about stepping into the world, and with your big beautiful ideas. But I'm hearing like they may have put fears in you, and perhaps at one point they were out of proportion, because when he's in the upright, he's much too big to, I mean, would you walk down an alley if you had to face him? No, probably not, right? You'd avoid that alley or avoid that path. But when you realize he's only this big, does it change your mind about wanting to walk your path? It's fears being disproportionate, outside of the norm. So when he's in reverse, we had to go through those fears and kind of debunk them to actually, I hear cross the finish line. So move in that right direction. Let's see. Yeah, we have the Bodog in reverse. Okay, so this is another thing. These Bodogs in the upright are, I want to say helpful fixers. They'll tie your shoes, but they'll tie them together. So it's like they pretend that they're kind of helping you, but they're really kind of thwarting your plan, right? Or your forward movement. And they'll swear up and down that it was really just to help you. So, I kind of feel like maybe there was a little bit of trying to block your path, for whatever reason. I feel like whatever it is that you're going for is maybe outside the norm. So to have this Bodog in reverse, you already had to kind of go through this type of, I hear soul shrinking energy. Now that's a different card in here, but I guess it's kind of along the same lines of someone that makes you feel small or a little insecure about where you're going or what you're doing. But to have it in reverse shows that, you're moving through that, or you're past worrying about other people's ideas or, thoughts about where you're going. Yeah, you're focused on your future. You're moving in the direction of your dreams, whether it's a person or a job or any other path you'd like to take forward. I feel like you know what's right for you. So just Spirit's confirmation that you're going in the right direction. Yeah, he of the fiery sword, so I feel like you're speaking your truth. And that's just that. Singer of healing. I feel like doing so, speaking this truth, I feel like has really healed something inside of you. Or actually, I'm also hearing that for those of you who are trying to break family, like generational curses and things like that, so this is, you know, for few and far in between, but for those of you who are actually focused on that, I feel like you're healing something in that family line by going in your own direction. So that's for who that's for. Let's see. Let me see if Spirit can offer something else here. All right, Spirit, what do you have for this situation or something else? Oh, I've got them in reverse. That was my fault. Okay, leadership. Yeah, that feels right. Leadership, I feel like I do feel like you may be leading others. So whether you're a teacher of some sort or you're just influencing those around you by the choices you're making for yourself. I hear admiration. So people may be looking up to you and admiring the way you stand up for yourself or the way you move. I feel like the way things fall into place for you. It may look like magic to somebody else, you know. So we have guidance and the star, right? I just feel like not only are you following your inner guidance and your inner compass, but I feel like others see that and maybe they're almost wishful that they could do the same. Maybe they don't feel like they have the same amount of freedom that you've sort of secured for yourself. So I feel like it is very inspiring. Transformation. Yeah, this may have all happened very quickly. Like I said, I feel like there was an energy of waking up different, and just making that different choice. This could have to do something with romance because the deck was kind of splitting like this. And then we have resistance at the bottom. So it could be they were resistant to who you wanted to romantically pursue. Okay, so that's for some. But I feel like this could be in a lot of different areas of your life that you're just, you're standing up for yourself, illuminating that path. I feel like Spirit's been kind of doing that for you as well. So you can kind of come into balance. What do we have? I feel like this was out of balance before, or you felt out of balance before, but now it's like everything just feels right. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Okay, yeah, family in the home. I feel like everything's going to come back into balance. So if this is a little bit of a sore spot between you and close-knit family or, you know, best friends, or I feel like this will all even out. It will all balance itself out in time. I feel like maybe some just have to see with their eyes before they can feel comfortable enough to feel happy for you, right? Yeah, you've got this expansion energy going on right now. Passionate, fiery. I feel like they're seeing a whole nother side of you. Maybe you were very quiet before and then all of a sudden you woke up one day and you were outspoken and really preaching and telling people what you wanted and what you needed. I feel like we almost just kind of lost our patience and just said, you know what? That's it. I'm tired of hearing everyone else. I want to just be able to hear myself. And that's kind of what I'm getting from this energy. Ancient wisdom. Yeah, I feel like you're definitely following some sort of ancient something inside of you. Action. Yeah, taking action. So this is all about forward movement in whatever that direction is for you. I don't know if we're going to get much more, but I'll try with this deck as well. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the collective? Wow. Okay, we have winter into summer, and we have security, right? Okay, so this again has to, with the cottage, has to do with the home. So through the winter, in towards the summer, like I said, I do feel like it is very quick turnover. So whatever it is that you're going for, I feel like you're going to have, I hear, a wild amount of success. So it could be throughout this winter into the summer, and then there'll be security in that area that you're really putting this energy into. Yeah, very quick movement forward. Containment. I feel like maybe they tried to contain you. Magic. Yeah, just like magic, moving forward. And then we have power. Yeah, standing in your power, really making it happen. And I feel like feeling proud of yourself, feeling connected to yourself, and feeling, I don't know, just that higher wisdom coming in, because that's what that hat does. It pulls in that wisdom from the other side. So the alchemist, yeah, it's like turning something that was not producing into something that is. You know, you could even be taking over a family business. So this might be for somebody specific, taking over a family business and completely changing things up and following a new sort of pathway and taking this business in a new direction. And the family could be, you know, really stressed out, hoping that it's not going to be something that flops, right? But I feel like I said, I do hear victory and victorious. So let's see, anything else? A solid foundation, intensification. Okay, so this could come to a head. You may still be going back and forth with these family or friends as you move along this path. So it may get kind of intense before it sort of balances out and feels very comfortable. Yeah, I think it's bringing up fears with the shadow. It's bringing up shadows for others. I hear poverty mindset. So for those of you who are taking over a business, I hear they may have started, I hear, from scratch or with nothing and created something, you know, I'm seeing 10 of Pentacles, so something with longevity, right? And something you can pass down through the family. But their fears, I think, with the change are creating this intense energy. So there may be some arguments and, yeah, some disagreements. Strongly disagree is what I hear. Keep following your inner guidance. I feel like you are definitely being led in the right direction. Yeah, through autumn. So this is kind of happening now if you're getting to this reading. Actually, whenever you're getting to this reading, I feel like this could be happening in an autumn season, okay? Manifest. These readings are timeless, so whenever you get to it, it's probably right for you. Manifestation. Yeah, just moving forward, manifesting those dreams. Yeah. I feel like spiritually there might be something kind of putting a wedge here. Your spirituality might be something that kind of frightens or confuses others. You may have decided to walk a different path spiritually than those around you. So they could be very religious, whereas you could be spiritual. And the way that you move or the way that you pray or the way that you feel connected is not the same way that they do, and maybe they worry for you there as well. So that's for some. Now we have the ending of something. I feel like this is more like the ending of, you know, rough times or arguments. So hopefully towards the end, perhaps right after Halloween, things could be ending that were really causing issues. Yeah, healer. We're going to heal the situation with intention. So intentionally trying to put others' fears to rest. Yeah, it's just a cycle. And I feel like that's the last one is what I hear. Fulfillment. So emotional fulfillment in this situation. And I feel like it's like all around because I'm seeing someone share their cups and toast their cups. So I feel like this is all going to turn out just fine. All right, so let's collapse this down and we'll see what we can get from the letters. So we're going to pull some letters and some charms. And the letters could be your initials, your person's initials, family members' initials, you know, whoever's involved in the situation, friends. Okay, so we'll just leave those out like that for a moment. You can pause your screen and check it out. Okay, we're going to sweep those aside. And we're going to pull some charms. So now these charms may have something to do with this past reading, or they may be something completely different. Okay? So let's pull for the collective. Yes. All right, we've got quite a bit. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see what we've got. What is that? Oh, the female ancestor. I was wondering when she would come up. Feminine ancestor coming in. I'm being told to put this near that feminine ancestor. We have a mermaid that's kind of sitting next to her. So this feminine ancestor may have liked mermaids. Don't know. But I feel like whoever this feminine is that is crossed over is really on board for you, really helping to guide you. And I feel like ushering in this change. I feel like, you know, our ancestors on the other side, they see very clearly what we're up against and where we're heading, you know, more than we could ever see in our limited space of being here walking this path on earth, right? They can see in all directions of time, right? So they know where things are heading. And I feel like you're very much being guided probably in this new direction because it's going to lead somewhere really beautiful, right? They would never steer you wrong, those that love you on the other side. For those of you where the mermaid doesn't quite fit an ancestor, I feel like there's a sense of depth. I feel like not only to you and you following your heart, but I feel like in this situation, maybe deep emotions or feelings are being stirred up because of this little, I hear arguments or whatever. I feel like it's pulling up some hurt feelings. There may be things that come up that have nothing to do with this, but I hear airing out the dirty laundry. So that might have to come first. Yeah. There's some type of depth that I feel like that you'll show in this situation. And we have a fairy here. We have little Tinkerbell here. I feel like hopes, wishes, dreams, it's almost like they're kind of just sprinkling that dust on your life and all these new things are going to start coming up. Love is definitely in the cards. So for those of you where that was more of a love reading, where family or friends were kind of stepping in between you and you walking towards your partner, your future partner, yeah, and your happiness. I feel like they know it's your happiness, and I feel like they know it will grow you as well, or change you in a way. Look at that. There's the two. Emperor and Empress energy. I feel like you really do know best. So for those of you that it is a love situation, I'm hearing you can fix it. So if you're worried that you couldn't fix the situation, that it's gotten too far outside of time to really fix things, I feel like there is still, excuse me, an opportunity to do so. I feel like we could put these two things back together. There is still abundance available in this situation, and I feel like, and the work one as well. I hear whatever you have your intention set on will be fruitful and abundant. Yeah, it's actually really helpful that all of the toxicity is kind of coming up now, because when it bubbles to the surface, it can be healed, it can be fixed, right? If somebody's kind of holding something down and holding something back, or you yourself, you know, you're holding something back, feelings, they just start to simmer and bubble underneath the surface, and they end up coming out in really crazy ways. So it's best that it bubbles up to the surface to be healed. We have bird here, and I hear flying over the BS. So I don't know who that's for, but I feel like you have a higher perspective of what's going on and where all of this is heading. This energy kind of feels like it goes with this. We have a toxic person. Now, there may be someone in here, in this mix, in some of your stories, that is actually playing the bad guy, or the bad girl. Take it how it resonates, you know. But they're really trying to throw a monkey wrench in. So they may be trying to rile up other people. So say it's a family member who wants to rile up other family members. I feel like they know where you're going or where you're heading, or that you've got that emperor, empress crown on your head. And they want to cock it to the side, or they want to knock it off, right? So I don't know who that's for, but you'll know if that's for you. You'll be able to very clearly see that there's someone who is, I hear, trying to play both sides. So they're trying to, you know, act like they've got you and they're on your side, and then they're kind of causing a mess in the background. So that could be for some of you. Yeah, we have a new beginning here. And I feel like it's a lucky new beginning. So whether it's in love or work or a different part of life, I feel like that is available. And I feel like it's being gifted. I feel like it's being gifted to you. Yeah, the key to opening that door. I feel like I'm hearing Cinderella with the shoe. I hear like it's another chance to get your girl or another chance to get your guy. I feel like that's available, and that door is going to be opened again. Things are going to be able to be healed. I kind of get this as communication or long distance communication. I feel like it could be coming through the internet. Ah, our rune. There we go. I just heard the rune. So you could be getting some type of communication through text message or online somewhere, from a person or from your person or from someone who can help you move forward, depending on who you are and what your situation is. But if this is the love situation, you might get, I hear testing the waters. So it may be something like, hey, how have you been? Something, you know, very innocent. And I feel like that's just to kind of check your temperature. It's just to kind of see if you're open to any type of deeper communication, right? So try to be on the lookout for that, for those of you that this is a relationship. Okay, I think that's what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for sharing, and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. Until next time, bye.